take care not to perform righteous deed in order that people may see them. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We cannot help but keep reflecting on the situation in Orlando, what's going on there. For the young man, according to him, what he did was the right thing, because he was attempting to stop the immorality in this country, according to him. And so he took a gun, he killed 47 people and 39 injured, according to him. And we have to rethink about our faith and our God. What kind of God do we believe in? What is the Christian God? What is the God of Jesus Christ? Our God is not that kind of God. We think about that, and as Jesus in God, the gospel today, He challenges us. He challenges us today to think about not just what we do, but why we do what we do. We can do things, good things, or right things for the wrong reason, and do the wrong things for the right reason. We look at the motive of what we are doing, even in praying, in fasting, and in almsgiving. We have to get inside ourselves, interior life, and reflect, meditate, and look clearly what is going on. We ask ourselves, have we ever done something right for the wrong reason, something wrong for the right reason? Or do we have the right motive when we do a wrong thing? Do we think that that young man who declared to be in ISIS, that young man had the right reason, the right motive, killing the people? Is it the right motive? Yes or no?
No.
But I'm doing it for God, in the name of God. And He gives, all of us, religious people, now we have a bad name. And one day, I hope it will not, it will not come, but it seems to be one day, religion will be outlawed. And religion will be criminalized. In the name of God, in the name of religion. But religion means we're bound to God. What kind of God we are bound to? Jesus Christ. He is our God. And the God that Jesus worships is His Father, who is merciful. And everything we do, we have this law, the law of Christ, which is the law of charity, which yesterday I have mentioned to you. God is Himself always benevolence. He is benevolence, benediction, and beneficent. Goodwill, good words, and good works always. We need to meditate on this, and we need to teach our children. And yesterday I mentioned this, and I want to do it again, because many of our children growing up, and since we do not instruct the ignorant or admonish the sinner, instead of killing the sinner, and neglect, teaching the ignorance, we have to instruct the ignorance and admonish the sinner. We don't kill, we admonish. We need to do this. And then remember, yesterday I asked a question, because some parents brought their children to baptism, and then I asked, suppose this child growing up to be 21, and one day she says that, why do you baptize me when I was a little baby? And the parents said, oh, because we're Catholics. Yes. And suppose he or she want to give up on the Catholic faith and become a Muslim or Buddhist or whatever, or an atheist. Is it okay? Yeah, whatever they choose. They're free. They do whatever they want to do. Remember, I asked that question. This is what we have in our church here. And we asked the question, why our children, the youth, leaves the Catholic Church. And I mentioned this since it is important, so I repeat myself. We have not emphasized on the importance of loyalty. The loyalty to the family, loyalty to our God, to our bigger church, the Holy Catholic, Roman Catholic Church. Loyalty. We teach that value to our children. You cannot renounce your parents. When you turn 21, you cannot do whatever you like. One day, And then the child say, okay, I do not like this last name or this surname anymore. I just change my surname. I change my name. I renounce you, father, mother. I don't want to be your child anymore. The same is true for a child, a young man, young woman say, I just leave the church because I don't like it anymore. No, forever you are our children. We need to instruct the ignorant. We need to admonish the sinner. That is called charity. That is called true love, or the love of the Holy Eucharist. Now, we look at Jesus' teaching here. This is how he teaches. Whatever he does it out of love. And he makes it perfect. He makes everything perfect. In prayer, in almsgiving, in fasting. Look at the motive. Look at it. When you pray, or you give alms, or you fast, look at the motive, why we do what we do. Jesus said this, when I come to pray and I show off that I'm a prayerful person, I already got my reward because I got a good reputation of being a devout Catholic, praise the Lord. That's my reward. Almsgiving, you see, work of charity, and then I get the tax return. I get the tax return. Oh, I give a lot. And then I know some people came to me, I told you this story, I don't know it. I did. 3 women came to California and went to me. And since I was the director of the communication center, they told me that, Father, I will give you $10,000 a month. Okay? 10,000. And every month I give you $10,000. But we will sign a check for you 10,000, but you change it into cash and give us back 9,000 in cash.
Oh.
Keep 1,000.
That's the best.
And then they businesswomen, and then you write us a tax exam. And also every year you write us a tax exam. This is Catholics, okay? Tax exam for $120,000.
Oh.
Catholics. Now they got the reputation of giving the church $120,000 a year. People do not know behind the. I smell some fish here. Thank you. Give alms, tax. So they got tax back, but even more than what they give to the church, and 12,000 for the other year, and then they got more. Very shrewd people, business people. Almsgiving that way. You need to look at the motive. In almsgiving, or in prayer, or in fasting. Well, Jesus said, go back to your heavenly Father. He will reward you, not you reward yourself. Not only we do that, I pray so I get the reward for myself. I give some so I get the tax return. And so I fast so I get the reward. Maybe I go on diet and I lose some pounds. I get the reward for myself. What do? We have to be true Catholics. We have to be like the Holy Eucharist. Always there, silence, still. Stop everything. Just stop everything and look. In my tradition, in my culture, as a young boy, we grew up with these values. For a person, a human person, we need to have self-mastery. And we call it, well, there are 6 lusts that a human person always lusts after, and 7 love. And we have to master ourselves. The lust, we call it lust because it has to do with the senses, like the eyes. Stop looking, going after the beautiful thing. Stop it. That's fasting of the eyes. Listening, hearing. Stop listening or hearing the sound, the beautiful sound. Stop it. Fasting by doing that. And then the smell, the sweet, the fragrance, stop it. So you can have a time to relax, to rest of your smell. And then the taste, stop the good taste. So you just have bland, everything just, you return to 0. And then the touch. And you stop it. training yourself, mastering yourself in the five senses, and then in the mind, because the mind is always critical. And there's a delight in being critical at other people. And even myself, scrupulosity is that thing. Stop that delight of pleasure of criticizing. So we have 6 lust after. We lust after the sight, the color, and the sound, the taste, the smell, and the touch. Stop it. That is fasting. And we go back, and that's what Jesus did in the desert. And now you look at Jesus on the altar. He's there still, silent, listening, observing. There's no passing to judgment. And when we can do that, we can look at the motive. When I'm looking, why am I looking at this? When I'm listening, why am I listening to this? And we have food for the body, and we do have food for the soul. And the food for the souls are spirit, and there are lying spirit, there are dirty spirit, there are filthy spirit, polluted spirit, and we take in. Jesus is rewarding us not with material reward, but with something else, with Himself, with the spirit of truth. Only when we can still ourselves and stop everything and listen, or just look in silence. That is fasting, and see what Jesus is doing. Today, the gospel challenges us. The gospel challenges us to be who we are. Look at the motive and look at our work. We need to do good work, and we have to have good motive. As Christian, as Jesus Christ, this is what He does. This is our God. He's ever ready to serve, ever ready to do good, and ever ready to endure or to suffer. Never do harm, but ever ready to suffer pain for others. And this is what Jesus does for us every day in the Holy Eucharist. Amen.
Amen.